Hey everybody, it's Aliko Lifty, and today let's make our El Salvador Finca Santa Rosa honey processed Pacamara as a filter offering. I really love our El Salvador honey process. I'm super excited to have it. It has a lot of sweetness and also a lot of acidity, and I wanted to emphasize both of those things with the Stag X Dripper from Fellow Products. The stainless steel is going to help us maintain a lot of heat in here, get a lot of sweetness to help balance out that acidity and give us a really great texture. So what I'm going to need is 22 grams of Finca Santa Rosa honey, ground medium coarse, about what you would grind for a Chemex, a little bit finer than that. This is going to be an 18 on a Baratza. And I'm using 360 grams of 205 degree Fahrenheit water. So let's get started with our Stag X Dripper. First, let's wet our paper filter. I like to pour straight in the middle, let this water level build up at least a third before I gently rinse the waves of this filter. I want to maintain the structure of our filter to help keep airflow. Once that's finished draining, gently pull up on two edges of your filter to make sure you've not suctioned across any of the holes at the bottom of our dripper. Dump that water, and let's dose our coffee. Shake that brewer flat. If you notice your filter falls again, give it a little tug. Now, I've got my gram scale. I have a timer, zero it out. I've got my 22 grams of coffee in my brewer. I've got my 360 grams of water set to 205 degrees Fahrenheit. And let's get brewing. So, first thing, I'm going to bloom with 60 grams. Start my timer. Pour. You can be a little heavier with this bloom than on others. This is a really tall brewer. 60 grams. This is a taller brewer, so a little bit more agitation during that bloom just helps to fully saturate everything, get that water evenly distributed. And I'm going to let this go for 30 seconds, and then I'm going to pour 100 grams to 160 grams total. Drop heavy in the middle and spiral out, trying to keep that water level under the filter, pouring up to 160. That should have almost filled up your brewer, and now it's draining through. So here at 1 minute, I'm going to pour another 100 grams up to 260. Drop heavy in the middle, let things stir up, trace that outline, evenly pour around the edges, try to rinse in those filter a little bit. Let's finish at 260. Let it drain, drain, drain. And that drips through again at around 130. I'm going to do my final pour, finishing at 360 grams. Drop heavy in the middle, stir that coffee up, pour around, work my way back to the middle, to 360 total. If you grind too coarse and this coffee drains too quickly, then it's going to be really tart and a little bit salty, but it's going to have a little salinity, kind of sea salt to it, but it's still pretty sweet. Now, if it drains too long, if we've ground too fine, or our filter kind of chokes on here, then instead of draining too fast and being sour, it's going to cover up some of that acidity. It'll be a little astringent, but it's going to be pretty bitter and drying in the finish, kind of like baker's chocolate. Here at around 2.5 minutes is where my balanced brew should land me. When our brew is balanced, we're going to taste Concord grape. I get this bright kiwi note in here. We've got simple syrup sweetness and a floral quality like rose. It's a very sweet coffee, a very bright coffee, tart, mouth-watering, but very sweet. Serve and enjoy.